What's up, YouTube? Zach here. Still snowing outside and everything. I guess I could show you, but I'd rather you go see, somewhere in my, YouTube account, there'll be an Insector deck profile. I make reference to the, snow there. But anyway, still bored, so I decided to, do my agent deck profile that I ran, couple weeks ago. Had some rough matches, didn't end up topping, whatever. Anyway, deck profile. I think this is like the most standard version, and since I strive to bring you all the current decks of the formats, let's get started with agents, which I think are in like top 4 of the current format. Anyway, start things off. We've got Triple Hyperion. That's pretty standard. I think you all know what he does just from like last format. Anyway, next up we got 2 Earths, back to Search and stuff. That's kind of awesome. I think I did a deck profile of this last format when they had 1 Earth, and it was like a less consistent version. This is now much more solid, kind of like when plants were a thing, and this was the counter to plants. Anyway, we've got 2 Venus and 1 Jupiter, just because I don't have 3 Venus, I guess. Jupiter's not awful. He's 1800 at worst, just a beater with Agent in his name, which makes your Hyperions live. But also he can become a 2600, beat stick. So, alright, I guess. I'd rather run the 3rd Venus just for consistency, but he's what I've got. Next up we got Triple Shine Ball. That should seem fairly standard. 1 Christia, only 1. You only really need 1 unless you're running the Trooper version, which I am not. I'm running no traps in this deck. If I had any traps, I would be running Treacherous Trapple. Anyway, Christia, good. Most of the time you, in my opinion, won't get it off through 4, but unless you draw it in your opening hand, you make it your goal to drop this. Otherwise, you'll usually like discard it for Herald, or actually Tribute Summon it. Tribute Summon it. Sorry. I'm like, bleh. Next up, we've got hand traps. We got 1 Honest and 1 Herald for the fairy hand traps. Honest, obviously good. Herald, I just thought it was good as a 1 of because I am running bleh, over here. 2 Effect Veilers. This, in my opinion, is much more straightforward. Negation. In the Trooper version, I would run more Heralds just because you've got Call of the Haunteds to bring back the stuff you discard with Herald. Continuing with the hand traps, we've got the, I guess you call these hand traps, we've got Double Trigodia and Gores. I am running Chaos Agents similar to Simon Hees, and this just goes with the trend. We've also got 2 Tour Guides, a Sangan, and a Night Assailant. I think this is the most universal Tour Guide engine. Sorry. One I'm most comfortable with, now that I run it with like Dino Redmond and stuff like that, which I will be doing an updated deck profile of sometime soon. Next up we've got 1 Spirit Reaper, more Darks, and you also use it to stall until you get to like your Earth, stuff like that. And rounding up the weird monsters, we've got Double Thunder King. Just like this card pretty much makes this deck. This agents run this card so effectively. It's good and stuff. And then finally, Chaos Monsters. We got Sorcerer and VLS. I don't know. Usually you drop Sorcerer first, in my experience, and then you can also remove Sorcerer for your Blackluster Soldier in late game if the game really goes on that long. Although you should be winning. So moving on to the spells, we've got Double Duality and Avarice rounding up our green pot. Yeah, look at all that green pot. Moving on, we've got Reborn, Dark Hole, standard stuff, Book of Moon, Mind Control. I think this deck uses this card most effectively, other than maybe Wind-Ups, just because maybe they have something on their board or something. You just Mind Control it, or you summon Earth, Mind Control it, and then you make a Synchro out of it, which is incredibly effective. Next up, we've got an enemy controller just for excess shine balls, stuff like that. I find it's really effective to just take their monster or something, tribute it off, then summon Christie or something. And finally, we got Heavy Storm and triple MST, push your plays through, and 1 Lance, usually for protecting your Hyperion. That's it for the main deck. Like I said, no traps. Do run 28 monsters, I want to say, and 13 spells, and it just works out. So moving on to Exceeds, we got Double Gotchi Gotchi. One of these should be a Digesto Phoenix I don't have. Rank 3s, we've got Leviathan, Leviair, Acid Golem, Zenmains, and Temtempo. Standard rank 3s, I think these are the most universal. And finally, we got rank 8, Heliopolis, who, on frequent occasions, I will drop him. I mean, he's 3,000, so if you go Trago plus Hyperion or double Hyperion, you can just beat over stuff. His effect's not awful, like, it's just more removal, which this deck already has plenty of, but I did have a time where he would be useful, so I decided to add him in. Moving on to Synchros, I've got Hyper Librarian and Android. I should have an Armory Arm, I just don't have one. Iron Chain Dragon, and then rank 7s. Got Ancient Fairy Dragon. You do have to run like one of every level synchro. This should be Black Rose, that should probably be Armory Arm, but those are the synchros I have. And then finally, these two, that should probably be Mistworm. Like, I got some proxies in here or whatever. I just played it without them, but you know. Scrap Dragon, Stardust. Scrap Dragon, obviously useful. You can blow up dead shine balls, stuff like that. And you can also use Feck Veiler, synchro with a Gorz token or something. So, that is the entire Agent deck profile. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I don't even know if they do thumbs up on YouTube, but give me a like, whatever. Anything like that. Got some more deck profiles coming up, like I said before. Love to show you those, but I need some more likes and stuff like that. So, I'll see you guys next time.